So, YouTube is removing dislikes. Although they haven't actually removed them yet, but maybe they'll be removed next month or next year, who knows. But the fact is, they are going to be removing them soon. Now, I'm going to go through this video and basically just say what I think. So, let's begin, shall we?
Hey folks, you may have seen a while back that YouTube announced it was experimenting with making dislike counts private to only the creator of the video. Now, if you're like me, you were surprised by that. I mean, I've always thought seeing the number of dislikes on a video helps us know as viewers if it's a good video or not, if it's a helpful tutorial or not.
Correct. That is exactly what dislikes were useful for. So I don't know what this phony is going to be coming up with.
Or if what a creator is saying in their video is generally agreed with or not. But unfortunately, research teams at YouTube have found there's this whole other use for disliking a video.
Gosh. They need a research team for all this.
Video that I had never experienced as a creator, and you may not have either. Apparently, groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard. And it's usually just...
Gosh, this is the biggest load of cope I have heard in a while. Okay, so basically what he's trying to say is that if a lot of people dislike your video, it's just because they're trying to target it. But if a load of people dislike your video, then a load of people dislike your video. You've obviously just made a very unpopular video, and a lot of people don't like it. Like, what? This is just an excuse here.
Because they don't like the creator or what they stand for.
Or the video is shit.
It's a big problem when half of YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice. So earlier in 2021, YouTube experimented with making the public dislike count private to see if it would help reduce these coordinated dislike attacks across the platform. And after analysis, they did see a reduction. So,
well, no shit. If your views can't be seen, you're not going to bother, are you? I mean, hiding dislikes, if only the creator can see them, then it still doesn't tell other users that this video is bad. And obviously the creator can just ignore that. So what's the point in disliking it if no one can see it?
So the update from YouTube is that the dislike button is staying, but the dislike counts will now be private. You can still dislike videos, and that action will be used to tune your own recommendations, but you won't be able to see the dislike count. Only the creator can find it on the back end if they want.
If they want. Why don't they just add an option so that if you are a creator and you can't stand having dislikes, you can just disable the likes? Oh yeah, because, you know, whenever I see a video with ratings disabled, I just click off it instantly because I know it's going to be garbage. And the creator obviously doesn't like the fact that their video is getting a lot of dislikes. Like, I really don't care if people dislike my videos. I mean, yeah, I might think, okay, maybe this wasn't very helpful, or, okay, yeah, maybe I have thought about it the wrong way, perhaps. I mean, obviously it can influence you, but not always, but it can. But, like, the point is, you're always going to get some people who aren't going to like what you do. That's just a fact of life. And so anyone who hides ratings, I find to be cowardly. Just like if comments are disabled, I will immediately click off a video. But the thing is, comments can be deleted, ratings can't. So I still might watch a video if comments are disabled but ratings are enabled, although probably not. for long, because, you know, if you can't interact with other people and see what they're hearing, what's the point? Because that, to me, is part of YouTube. Well, that is what YouTube is, and they're trying to go away from what they were. Now, I know why they're going to be doing it for everybody, because they know that, just as well as I do, that people will see if dislikes are disabled, just like when ratings are disabled, you know, has the same effect. You might as well just have 1 million dislikes if you do that. So they're basically gonna make dislikes disabled for everybody, so then you can't look at particular creators and see that their ratings are disabled and not watch them, because everybody's dislikes are disabled. So it kind of brings everyone down to their level, so you can never look down on those who do enable them. And I really think this change sucks. So I'm really not interested in using YouTube for much longer. Dislikes are still enabled, as far as I can see. See on here, where my mouse is, you know, dislikes are there. But I have noticed that on mobile, the dislikes are gone. But the button's still there and everything, but you just can't see them. But on desktop, dislikes are still there for now. I don't know when they're going to be disappearing. Like I said, could be a week, could be a month, maybe next year. But it is going to be happening soon, and I do not want to be using YouTube when that happens, because that is not what YouTube is about to me, and it just ruins it. I mean, YouTube really is just turning into TV too, but that's really a topic for another video, but I'm sure you know what I'm on about there. Gone are the days where you had proper independent YouTube creators, people who just uploaded videos for fun. I do not upload any of my videos for money or anything. I just do it because I want to, because I like the things I do, and if anyone else finds that interesting, then that's good. Alright, let's continue.
Now, a few common questions we saw from the initial experiment. First, without a public dislike count, how can viewers tell if a video is worth watching? Again, I kind of had this question too, but it turns out that while viewers might use the dislike count to give them a sense of a video's worth, when the teams looked at the data across millions of viewers and videos in the experiment, they didn't see a noticeable difference in viewership, regardless of whether they could see the dislike count or not. In other words, it didn't really matter if a video had a lot of dislikes or not, they still watched.
So if it doesn't matter, why are you removing them? Like, like what? You've literally just said it doesn't matter, so why do you need to remove them then?
Next common question, if creators can still see the dislike count on the back end, how's that any different? They can see it if they look for it inside Studio Analytics under the Engagement tab. But overall, it's much less likely to cause stress and embarrassment if the count...
Don't, my video's got loads of dislikes.
Isn't visible to the public. And one more common question, is this because YouTube Rewind got lots of dislikes? No. Although there are some teams internally who have learned the hard way what it feels like to get lots of dislikes. Now, this again is about protecting all creators and making sure they have a chance to succeed.
Right, so why don't you start by protecting me and allowing me to keep my dislikes enabled. Oh wait, you don't care about small creators, you only care about big creators and big brand accounts. Oh, and your own channels.
And feel safe in doing so.
Safe.
All right, so that's the update. I hope it doesn't cause too much frustration. Honestly, I think you're going to get used to it pretty quickly, and keep in mind other platforms.
Well, this is really frustrating me, and I'm never going to get used to it because I'm going to be gone.
Don't even have a dislike button. So,
Ah, yes, just because other places don't have it That doesn't mean you shouldn't when you've always had it. That's actually a very poor excuse.
Consider that. Thank you, and I hope you're well.
Yeah, okay, whatever, you Fody. Man. What? Like, anyway, I know it's all a load of nonsense. They say, oh, we needed teams. Come on, you don't need teams. They already know the truth. They know why people dislike videos. And they just want to stop people from doing that because it hurts certain people's feelings. But instead of just making it an option, because you could always disable ratings, but it would disable both likes and dislikes. They know that if they added an option to just disable dislikes only, it would basically have the same effect. You know, if you saw that dislikes were disabled, you know, you'd think, well, obviously there must be a lot of dislikes. So instead, they're just going to disable it for everybody, because then you can't look down on those who would have had ratings disabled, would have had dislikes disabled, because everyone now has them disabled. You see what I mean? But yeah, I don't like this change, and I'm not going to be using YouTube. Well, I'm not going to be making any more videos after they disable dislikes, because it's no longer YouTube at that point. And they've already been doing some dodgy stuff with the ratings on some videos for a while now, but this is just taking things to the next level. Alright, that's enough of me for this video. Thanks for watching.